If you get nervous and give short or awkward answers in job interviews, this video gives you clear, natural English phrases that actually work in real interviews.
By the end, you'll know exactly how to answer the most common questions with confidence and sound like a strong candidate.
Hi, welcome back to Simple English Talks. Today we're learning how to answer job interview questions in English with real, natural language.
Quick one before we start: comment with the emoji of your dream job field, like for business or for tech.
Alright, let's jump straight in. The foundation of strong interview answers is a simple, clear structure that feels natural. Start with a short, relevant fact about yourself. Give one specific example from your experience, and end by explaining why it makes you a good fit for the job. This keeps your answers focused and professional, without sounding like you're reading from a script.
For example, when they ask, "Tell me about yourself," don't just list your age and hobbies. Say something like, "I'm a marketing coordinator with 3 years of experience in digital campaigns. In my last role, I increased social media engagement by 45% through targeted content, and I'm excited to bring that same energy to your team."
See how that flows? It sounds like a real conversation. I remember my first big interview. I was so nervous I just listed my university subjects. It didn't go well. Now I always connect my past work to what the company needs.
Here's another example for why do you want this job? You could say, "Your company's focus on sustainable products really matches my values. In my previous project, I helped reduce packaging waste by 30%, and I'd love to contribute more ideas here."
For the negative form, avoid saying, "I don't know much about your industry." Try, "I'm still building my knowledge in this specific sector, but I've researched your recent projects and I'm a quick learner, as I showed when I mastered new CRM software in just 2 weeks."
Can you try this right now? Pause the video and answer, "Tell me about yourself," using the fact example why structure. Speak out loud, it really helps.
You can also add a little enthusiasm naturally, like "I'm really passionate about." It makes you sound more energetic without overdoing it.
Which of these opening questions do you find trickiest? Comment below with, "Tell me about yourself," or "Why this job?" and we'll know what to cover more in future episodes.
Negative answers should always pivot to a positive, never end on a weak note.
Quick summary of this section. Use the simple 3-part structure. Keep examples specific and relevant, and always tie everything back to the job you're applying for.
Now that we have the basic structure, let's build on it with behavioral questions. The ones that start with, "Tell me about a time when you," or "Give me an example of." These are very common in real interviews.
The best way to handle them is the STAR method: situation, task, action, and result. It keeps your story clear and professional.
Let me give you a full example. Suppose they ask about handling a difficult situation. "Last year, our team faced a major client complaint right before a deadline. My task was to fix the issue quickly. I stayed late, communicated directly with the client, and offered a solution that satisfied them. In the end, we kept the client and even received a positive review."
Let me give you a full example. Suppose they ask about handling a difficult situation. "Last year, our team faced a major client complaint right before a deadline. My task was to fix the issue quickly. I stayed late, communicated directly with the client, and offered a solution that satisfied them. In the end, we kept the client and even received a positive review."
In real life, I once used this when asked about teamwork. I described a group project where I helped resolve conflicts between 2 team members by organizing a calm meeting. It turned out well, and we delivered on time.
Formal versus informal usage matters here. In interviews, say, "I collaborated with colleagues," instead of "I worked with my buddies." It sounds more professional.
Quick practice activity. Think of a time you showed leadership or solved a conflict. Use STAR and say it out loud now. First, briefly set the situation. Second, explain your responsibility. Third, describe your actions clearly. Fourth, share the positive result.
Comment your own short STAR story using one common behavioral question, for example, a time you met a tight deadline. We'll read some great ones next time.
Another tip, keep each story to 45-60 seconds when speaking. Don't make it too long, or the interviewer might lose interest.
To review the key points, STAR keeps your behavioral answers organized, specific, and impressive to employers.
For the third part, let's cover questions about your strengths, weaknesses, and the important questions you should ask the interviewer at the end.
Strengths should be honest and backed by examples. Instead of just, I'm detail-oriented, say, I'm very detail-oriented. In my last role, I caught several errors in a big report that saved the team from sending incorrect information to a client.
For weaknesses, choose something real but show how you're improving. A good example: I used to struggle with public speaking, but I joined a Toastmasters group, and now I feel much more comfortable presenting ideas in meetings.
At the end of the interview, asking good questions shows interest. Try, what are the biggest challenges the team is facing right now? Or, how does the company support professional development?
Here's a real-life situation practice. Imagine the interviewer asks, "Why should we hire you?" Respond with confidence using your strengths and enthusiasm.
Speak it out loud. Try different tones. More formal for corporate jobs, slightly warmer for creative roles.
Tips for politeness and naturalness. Use phrases like, "I'd be excited to," and, "From what I've learned about your company." It sounds genuine. Interactive mini practice. If they ask about your career goals, how would you answer? Try it now and then check against the next example.
Always encourage speaking practice. The more you say these answers out loud, the more natural they become. Structural review. Highlight strengths with proof, turn weaknesses into growth stories, and prepare thoughtful questions to ask at the end.
Both Smith and I have gone through many interviews, and we've seen these common mistakes happen a lot, including from ourselves sometimes.
First big mistake, giving one word or very short answers like yes or no.
Why is it wrong? It doesn't give the interviewer enough information to evaluate you. Better alternative: always expand with one relevant example.
Another common error is speaking negatively about previous employers. Instead of complaining, focus on what you learned.
Here's a humorous example, answering, "What is your salary expectation?" with, "Anything is fine." That's too vague. Better to research and say, "Based on my experience, I'm looking for something in the range of."
Practice fixing each mistake. Pause after each one and say the improved version out loud.
One more, memorizing answers word for word. It can sound unnatural. Practice the ideas, not the exact script.
If this kind of practical breakdown helps, hit subscribe on Simple English Talks. We post these every week.
Remember, mistakes are completely normal when learning. Every interview is valuable practice.
Encouraging wrap-up. Keep practicing these fixes and you'll see big improvements fast.
Now it's time for interactive practice. We'll go through several situations and choose or create the better response.
Situation 1. Tell me about yourself. Option A. I graduated last year. Option B. I graduated with a degree in business and spent the last year working on digital marketing projects where I grew an Instagram account from 500 to over 8,000 followers.
Clearly B is stronger. Say option B out loud with natural enthusiasm.
Situation 2. Tell me about a time you worked in a team. Discuss why a detailed star answer beats a vague one.
Try speaking your own team story version now.
Add variations, make it shorter for phone interviews or more detailed for in-person ones.
Challenge. Create your own strong answer to, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" Write it in the comments. Make it specific to your field.
Remember, the goal is real conversation skills and confidence, not sounding like a textbook.
We've covered a lot today, from basic answer structures to behavioral stories, strengths and weaknesses, and smart questions to ask.
The 3 main concepts. Use the clear 3-part formula, apply STAR for examples, and prepare honest plus positive responses, plus good questions.
You're now much better prepared for your next interview. Keep practicing every day, even for 10 minutes, and you'll feel more and more confident.
You're now much better prepared for your next interview. Keep practicing every day, even for 10 minutes, and you'll feel more and more confident.
If this helped, please like the video, share it with anyone preparing for interviews, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Thanks so much for watching and practicing with us. Keep improving your English, stay confident, and see you next time.